everyone, welcome to this update video. I really hope you're doing amazing this morning. We're going to be focusing on the Caribbean. So we have that huge moisture surge as was expected or anticipated rather by the models. So that is happening right now, and it is going to be persistent for the next couple of days. There's already been some heavy rain in some areas and parts of the Caribbean, and that is only going to be continuing. So we had a frontal system move down into the Caribbean, and then now there's a trough in the region. So that is helping out to enhance a lot of moisture, a lot of convection, and thus helping to increase that chance of heavy rainfall, and that chance will persist today for parts of the Caribbean, including Jamaica, Cuba, even up to the southern Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, and other surrounding areas. So we're going to be taking a look at what is expected. For now, we can see that it's pretty much the central Caribbean that remains very, very active. Over in the east, there's been a lot of rainfall in parts of the Lesser Antilles, especially down to Trinidad and Tobago. There's been a lot of thunderstorms and flooding in some areas as well. ABC Islands, nothing much really going on this morning. Towards Central America, it's a bit on the quieter side right now. But as we look at the rainfall forecast for today, here we are seeing what's expected. More color indicates more rainfall activity. So we can see that the southern Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, parts of Cuba, Hispaniola, the Cayman Islands, and Jamaica are likely to experience a lot more rainfall activity today. This is going to be increasing that risk of flooding as well. So flooding is most certainly going to be possible, especially in the more vulnerable areas. Those low-lying areas are likely to be inundated if there's a lot of heavy rain for enough time. And then towards Central America, near the coast of Belize, the Keys, the Bay Islands of Honduras, northern Honduras, going to Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, there could be some heavy rainfall around. Even for San Andreas, Providencia, northern South America, Colombia, parts of Venezuela may experience some periods of heavy rain, but not as much activity expected for the Guianas, although there could be some showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon. As we head to the Lesser Antilles, Anguilla, all the way through Trinidad and Tobago, there's likely to be passing showers, maybe some heavy downpours at times in some areas. Similar story for the ABC Islands, heading up to the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico as well. So it's pretty much going to be in the central Caribbean for much of the greater Antilles, going out to the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos, that will experience the bulk of rainfall activity today. Maybe rainfall amount up to 2 inches or more. And, please take the necessary precautions. If you should encounter any floodwaters, turn around, don't drown. But that heavy rainfall is going to be continuing into today and even into tomorrow as well for the same general areas. And in addition to that, since the front had passed, there's been some cooler air which has set in to parts of the Caribbean, sections of Cuba, the Cayman Islands, Jamaica, the Bahamas. So there's been some cooler temperatures around. It's also been a bit windy for some of us. And as I had mentioned in previous updates, this is a kind of activity that we're going to be seeing occurring more often. So as we're going to be heading deeper towards winter and, especially the month of January, that is likely to be the time when we get some of the stronger cold fronts that will bring a lot more rain, rougher seas. So pretty much some, exacerbated impacts. So the magnitude of the impacts would be a lot greater with the stronger frontal systems that will make their way down from the U.S. And even as we're going to be heading into next week, another cool down is expected in parts of the Caribbean as another frontal system is likely to make its way out of the states. So I'll be watching for that as well, keeping you guys updated accordingly. And in terms of any development in the Caribbean, we do have this big surge in moisture, but it isn't likely that we're going to see anything form within the vicinity of the Greater Antilles. That's pretty much unlikely at this point. But as I have reiterated, we do not need something to form. Just a huge increase in all that moisture is enough to unleash a lot of rainfall. And even in, the case of tropical cyclones, the rain is the concern, all that water. We don't need something to be officially designated as, late season tropical storm, hurricane. We don't need that for there to be some dangerous impacts unleashed, guys. So again, if you should encounter any floodwaters, please take the necessary precautions and stay safe. You have kids going out to school today, ensure that they have their umbrellas, their jackets. The temperatures are a bit cooler and it's also a bit windier as well, especially in parts of Jamaica. Encourage them to take their jackets, ensure they have their umbrellas, so that later in the afternoon, if they should encounter any heavy rain, they'll be equipped for that weather. So yes, and be safe, guys. I'll keep you posted as per usual as well. And that is it for this video. That's pretty much what I wanted to share with you, just to bring you up to speed with what is going on. But I do hope you found this update to be informative. However, if you do have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll respond when I can, and remember to always be weatherwise.